All right. Welcome to the Shadowlands. My name is Fulbright. I'm with Vanguard, and joining me today is Darth Empress from Wookiee Monsters. How are you
Hello,
today?
everyone.
Awesome. Okay, so today we're making this video basically for everybody that comes into our recruitment server to discuss a little bit about Shadowlands while you guys are waiting to talk to some of our recruiters. And I guess the first thing I would like to address, I don't know about you, Empress, is basically why'd you click our link? Why are you here to talk to us? So the first thing is we know why you're here, don't we? You come from a failing guild. You know, you're looking for something different. We hear this story over and over and over again, don't we? Don't we, Darth Empress?
Absolutely, all the time. Or your guild is fallen apart, and you want to go somewhere else or look for something better. So yeah,
That's right. The things that we hear, everybody that walk in the door, they say, you know, they come from a group that has low participation. You know, they're a bigger fish in a small pond. They're tired of carrying the people that just want to do the bare minimum to feed off of them. That's a common theme we hear. Another thing that I always hear a lot that I kind of gets me is people are tired of losing in Grand Arena. They're tired of losing in Territory War. They want better rewards. Well, one of the things that I've heard a lot is, yeah, you know, like all these guys from the bigger guilds, they cheat. And what we have found is, no, they're not cheating. It's just you're not surrounding yourself with the right people to learn how to play the game appropriately to compete at the higher level.
right. Or people want to get to Kyber and they're not able to get to Kyber, and they don't even know how to do that personal advancement. So even looking for better personal advancement as well.
Personal advancements, that's right. Most people that are out there, they click on our link because they want to come in, they want to play with like-minded individuals, people that have the same goals as them, that are willing to really get in there and participate and make things happen, right? And last but
Right.
not least, people want to have fun with the game again. There's all this negativity out there in the gaming community about the game, and they're looking for a group of people that they can come play with that are still having fun, that are still getting a kick out of playing it. How did you say it, Empress? Reignite what?
Reignite the passion for Star Wars, right? So that love for the game, right? That all brought us here in the first place.
That's right. And I can guarantee you, here in Shadowlands, we have a fun time. So before we start talking about our individual guilds and stuff, let's kind of talk about what we offer as an alliance. What do you think? Does that sound like a good plan?
I think that's great.
Okay, so what do we offer? We have the legendary professors. Darth Empress, would you like to talk about what our professors do here?
So we have a couple of, we have quite a team of professors actually that offer all sorts of support to players to help them better themselves as players, to help them guide through the process of modding, because we all know how gruesome that can be, but it can really help guide the game and guide it in a way that fits the roster of the person that's coming in to play.
That's right. I'd also like to add that, you know, our professors are there to help give individual players one-on-one help. They're led by a guy called the Headmaster, and he has this whole training academy where we provide basically the instructions on how to use all the different teams, the mod templates. It's just ongoing. He even started a deal recently, just how to basically get the most out of managing your daily resources. So there's lots of all kinds of information that is going to be available to everybody, regardless of what guild you are in here in Shadowlands.
Right. And the one thing is too, I think one of the biggest complaints that we hear now is that EA is just trying to take our money or whatnot, whatever it is, right? And the nice thing about Shadowlands is we have people that do choose to buy characters or spend some money to basically fit themselves, and then we have other people that are free to play that don't, and so we match and we meet the needs of all of those players.
Absolutely. Cutting edge theory crafting, we've got it. We come up with all the teams that people like to use, want to use, and help catch people off guard. We have a very serious, hardcore, dedicated group that love to test all kinds of different compositions. Once they have mastered it and they know that it's guaranteed to work, it is available to everybody in the alliance. So if you join, if you're part of the elite group that gets to join us and become part of our extended family, yes, you will have access to all of the cutting edge theory crafting that we do. This is something that most alliances and guilds do not offer. We offer live streaming and one-on-one help through video. Would you like to talk a little bit about that, Darth Empress?
Sure. So we do live streams of GAC. So we'll have people stream their GAC. And then we, as an alliance, we jump in and we help people out. So based off their roster, what's going to work best to take on that team comp and whatnot. So it's really, really helpful. For Territory War, when we're in wartime, we have our war masters that are set up that are there that offer assistance to help guide through a battle if someone's not 100% confident to take that battle on. So that's always been really, really helpful, and has helped the success of Shadowlands. And then Territory Battle, we all know that those gruesome battles, trying to get those shards, trying to get through some of those special missions, we offer live streaming and one-on-one help for those as well.
Absolutely. And so we are a territory war focused alliance, but we believe that we should excel and try to do the best possible that we can in Grand Arena as well as territory battles. So we're kind of a one-stop shop for what we like to call all-around excellence. That's what the standard we try to live up to.
Right. Well, and because the rewards that you get for GAC and TV, I mean, they go right back into your characters that we then use for Territory War. So
absolutely,
all around.
Absolutely. Okay, one thing that makes us totally different than most alliances, we do not have a feeder system. So you're not going to be told, oh, this week you're playing here. Oh, tomorrow you're moving over here. That's not how we operate. We don't even have one guy that runs the alliance. We have a council where each guild has pretty much equal representation, and we make decisions to move forward as a group. We're kind of fully integrated and interdependent. We share everything together, and it's refreshing if you've ever been in these other mega alliances where nobody knows anybody and there is no sense of camaraderie or community. I can tell you that. And then this kind of goes into this last point, that what we offer, I would say our voice chats and how we integrate all of our guilds together, for we kind of operate as like one large guild. Nobody else does that. Every Sunday night you'll see 50 to 100 people from all of the different guilds that we have. We congregate together, we discuss everything, all the topics of the day, the guild events, go over counters, go over all the news, and every day you'll find numerous people sitting around in voice chat talking. And it's not just one group talking, one guild talking to themselves, it's everybody all together, because we feel like the more we can collaborate, the better off everybody is. Did you have anything you want to add to that, Empress?
Not really. I mean, I think you said it all, that really we're one. Yeah, we might have 5 different guilds within our alliance, but we're one.
Oh. All right. Well, let's actually get to what our guilds are. All right. As you can see here on this chart, this basically breaks down all of our guilds and as of the date of this recording. So we've got Vanguard. That's the first guild that carried the Shadowlands name. As you can see here, the dark side, light side, stars, and so forth, watch shards, all that stuff, it's all there. But what's most important on this chart, to me, is the raid times, when the reset time is, and the actual requirements that each guild is looking for to stay competitive. So Vanguard, for example, as you can see, has a pretty high threshold for 60 mods, plus the amount of plus 15s, plus 10 speed mods, and the amount of gear 13s. And then each one goes down. Shot First is a European-based time zone guild. You can see their particular requirements. Darth Empress has got Wookiee monsters. You can see theirs, and it just kind of goes down. We have 4 U.S.-based time zones, and then 1 that is a Euro time zone. One thing I would like to really point out is the least important requirement on this chart is the roster GP. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you agree with that, Darth Empress?
Absolutely. I think that it used to be that GP was everything, and really GP doesn't mean much anymore.
Well, you want to tell the people why we have such strict requirements for mods?
Well, first and foremost, mods are everything. Mods make or break your characters. So, I mean, you can have your standard character that you play with, and then depending on how you mod it, you make it that much better. So obviously the better the mods you have, the more characters that you can make great. And so that is absolutely our number 1 priority.
That's right. All that GP means nothing if you can't mod it and you can't use it. Right. So we're heavily focused on the amount of mods you have, the quality of mods you have, and we will be reviewing everybody's rosters that would like to join. And our recruiters will go over it with you, and if we'll tell you, why we like your roster and why we don't. And we will be honest. We're not here to hurt anybody's feelings. We just want to be honest because it helps you improve too, and that's extremely important. Honest feedback is always going to help.
Right, and I think that one thing too that I just want to point out, what this chart doesn't speak to is some of the character requirements. Obviously right now with the way that the game is shifting, you don't see that you need a Galactic Legend here on this chart, or that you need a good counter for a Galactic Legend, but those would definitely be factors that play into whether you're accepted or not into the alliance.
Absolutely. Certain characters are definitely going to be required, but when you get with the recruiters and actually talk with them, they're going to help you out. They're going to explain to you, what's right. So now that we've kind of gone over that, let's talk about basically how do you find the right fit for you? Because all guilds are not built the same, and all GP is not the same, right? So me and Darth Empress has kind of put together this little thing to kind of talk about basically how to choose ones that's best for you. If you're the type of person that comes in and goes, I just need the largest GP guild here, you're probably not ready for Shadowlands. That's the easiest way to put it. Number 1, attitude and your competitive nature. You have to give a shit. You have to want to participate. You have to have that competitive nature to want to get out there and compete and fight the toughest of the tough, because that's what we do here. There is no doubt about that.
If you come in and are saying that, TB is terrible or GAC sucks, well, then we're probably not going to bring you on, because you have to want to do well.
You have to want to do well. And most importantly than that is raid times and time zone. You probably don't want to get in a guild where you're going to be sleeping through the territory war while everybody else is in there putting out orders, directing where the battles go, and you're in bed because you got to go to work. Choose the right time zone for you. Also choose the right raid time so make sure you don't miss out on all those lovely raid rewards throughout the week. The competitive requirements, do you meet them? Do you have the mods? Do you have the characters? Are you going to be bringing up the average in the guild, or are you going to be bringing down the average in the guild? You don't want to be the guy that brings down the average. So make sure you're choosing a place where you're going to fit in, and your roster is going to benefit the guild, and the guild is going to benefit from you being there as well. That's how you get a collaboration going, and that is a recipe for success, right? Compatibility with leadership. This one is a very, very important one. While you're here, while you're talking with our recruiters and getting to know the leadership, make sure that you like what they're saying. Make sure that you are on the same page with where we're trying to go.
Make sure you feel comfortable. Like, make sure you feel comfortable with them, that you feel open with them, that you want to play with them.
You know, the last thing that we want to do is bring somebody in, they see our gigantic server, they see all this information, and then they go, oh, you know, I just shit my pants, I got to get out of here. We don't want that. We don't want that for you. We want you to be comfortable. We want you to want to be here, and to actually get the benefits from being here, just like we're getting the benefits from you being here. So make sure that you like who you're talking to, you like what they're saying, and don't put on a show. Be yourself, be honest. And the last thing is level of participation. You know, make sure that you are ready to commit to what the guild is asking, and the guild that you are joining is going to be, ask them, what's your level of participation? Make sure that you are getting into a situation where, you know, it is better than where you're at now. I promise you it probably is going to be, but you need to ask that question. You know, did you have anything?
And I just want to add to because one of the deterrents, I guess is the word that I'm looking for, that has turned people away at times, has been our hotbot, right? And use of our hotbot.
Mm-hmm.
So bringing that up and being 100% honest that we have a hotbot that we use for territory war, and the reason being is it helps us keep track of what teams we have, what teams are used, and it really allows our teams to better prepare for our wars and to better handle the wars that we're fighting. So
Absolutely.
If you're not willing to participate in that, well, then maybe Shadowlands isn't the right guild for you. And so you need to be honest with yourself.
Yep. The last thing that I think I would like to say, and this is extremely important, is if Shadowlands is not for you, it's okay.
Right.
You know, there's going to be a group out there that will fit your needs. You know, we hope that, you know, you have a great roster and you have a great attitude and you like what you see, and you want to be with us. But if not, there's going to be a place for you. No hard feelings. You know, we're happy to talk to everybody. Our recruiters are awesome about wanting to talk to everybody. You know, but as soon as you realize it's not for you, speak up, and that's okay. There's never going to be any hard feelings.
And if you decide one day, hey, maybe this isn't the right fit for me, then you go out and you explore and you want to come back, we're still going to accept you with open arms if this is where you truly want to be. So
That's right. I'm going to finish with this. You know, lots of places, lots of different alliances do different things differently. One thing that I can promise you here in Shadowlands is we are loyal to our top 20%, our top 30% of our players, the people that participate, that perform, that are always trying to contribute and make this place better. You know, we're not going to be loyal to the bottom 10%, and that doesn't mean GP, that doesn't mean the size of your roster, it means participation and attitude. If you have a cancerous attitude and you don't want to participate, you have basically taken our loyalty away from you. But if you're in there doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you got a good attitude, and you know you're part of the discussion, you're making things better, we're always going to treat you right, and I can guarantee that. Any final thoughts from you, Darth Empress?
I don't think so. I think you said it all well.
Okay, excellent. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to talk to all the recruiters that'll be coming in and talking with you. You know, if you be open, ask all the questions, and thank you for giving us a look. And we hope that you become part of our family soon.
Take care, all.